So if I could get everyone to please stand, and we're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. So I don't know if everybody heard. If you could please silence your cell phones, kind of like in church, we don't want them to go off. So I'm going to bring up Mike Romero, and he is our Director of Security for Securitas, and he's going to give us an update on what's happening in our beautiful community.
Appreciate it. Can I move this one to the side? Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for having us, Michelle. My name is Mike. I'm your Director of Security here at Sun Lakes. Along with me is Lieutenant Roman, who's next in command. I'm going to go over some items that have been brought up to our attention and what we're doing as a department to help our community out. So I'll address the elephant in the room today. RV lot security and recent theft activities that we have experienced here at Sun Lakes. So over the past month, the security department has received an increase in reports and concerns related to the theft activity in and around community RV lot. We recognize the concern this creates for residents, especially those who store recreational vehicles and equipment in that area. Protecting resident property remains a priority for security department, and these incidents are taken seriously. In response, patrol frequency and visibility within the RV lot have already been increased. Officers conducting regular and targeted patrol checks, maintaining heightened awareness for suspicious behavior, and documenting observations in accordance with established procedures. Despite these efforts, recent thefts appear to be occurring during brief windows of opportunity, often after patrol units have cleared the area or in locations with very limited CCTV coverage. This pattern reflects the calculated nature of the activity rather than a lack of security presence. It is important for the community to understand the scope of security operations within a large residential environment. Security department currently supports approximately 3,200 homes with limited personnel resources. While officers actively patrol the RV lot, gates, and residential areas throughout each shift, continuous, dedicated monitoring of a single location is not feasible without impacting coverage elsewhere. Even so, the RV lot remains an area of focused attention during routine patrol cycles. We've made it a point to be in the RV lot for every single shift, and we have documented every single activity in the RV lot since we started getting an increase in theft occurrences. Normally, each shift consists of 8 hours per shift, our day shift, swing shift, and graveyard. I am encouraging, along with myself and Lieutenant Roman, to frequent the RV lot approximately 20 to 25 times per shift. So we are spending time in the RV lot. We are addressing all your concerns. We are thoroughly documenting and notifying all the residents that have been targeted in the RV lot, and we are working alongside with Banning Department, PD Department as well. They are limited on resources as well, folks, as you understand. If we do call Banning PD, normally my department would wait 45 to 2 hours for an officer to come out. That's not a priority for them, but it is a priority for us. So what we're doing in our ends is making sure that we are very highly visible inside the RV lot moving forward, doing thorough documentation and taking proactive measures. Despite these challenges, the security department remains committed to proactive deterrence, visible patrol presence, and resident awareness. Many theft incidents occur quickly and are carried out by individuals who target multiple locations and exploit short windows of opportunity. Because of this, residents' cooperation continues to play a critical role in prevention. Prompt reporting of suspicious activity, securing personal property, and following recommended safety practices significantly enhances overall effectiveness. Looking ahead, the security department will continue to evaluate activity patterns, refine patrol strategies, and maintain heightened awareness in areas of concern, including the RV lot. As conditions evolve, operations will remain adaptable and responsive with an emphasis on deterrence, visibility, and communication. Another topic of concern is our trespassing activity here at Sun Lakes. These numbers, statistically, we always see a rise come October, November, December, into January and February. So we always anticipate these things happening based on historical numbers and what we've documented in the past. Over the past month, the Security Department has observed an increase in trespassing attempts within the community. These incidents primarily involve individuals attempting to enter without proper authorization, often seeking access to private property or common areas. While any unauthorized entry is a concern, the department is pleased to report that these attempts have been consistently intercepted before resulting in harm or loss. Through vigilant patrols, active gate monitoring, and strategic use of the CCTV system, officers have successfully identified, addressed multiple trespassing incidents. In each case, officers responded promptly, confirmed lack of authorization, and either escorted individuals off the property or coordinated with law enforcement when appropriate. These proactive actions have prevented unauthorized individuals from compromising resident safety or property. This success is the direct result of our vigilance, rapid response, and effective teamwork. Security personnel remains alert at our gates, along perimeter areas, and throughout our common spaces, ensuring suspicious activity is addressed quickly. This consistent presence reinforces the community's security posture and serves as a clear deterrence of unauthorized entry. One more little note regarding giving money at any of our intersections or stop signs. Those are actual situations that we do see around our community. For safety reasons, residents are strongly discouraged for giving money to individuals at any intersection or stop sign. This can unintentionally encourage unsafe behavior, increase traffic hazards, and attract continued activity in those areas. Residents who wish to help are encouraged to support, to contact or support local outreach organizations or charities that are equipped to provide assistance safely and effectively. In closing, Security Department wants to thank all of our residents for their continued cooperation, communication, and support. Your awareness and timely reporting of suspicious activity will remain essential in maintaining your safety and security for our community. Through ongoing patrols, proactive monitoring, and resident partnership, we will continue working together to deter criminal activity and maintain a safe and welcome environment for everybody. That's my time for today. Do you guys have any questions for me? Yes, ma'am. Sorry about that. We need the mic.
What impact, if any, does the bingo play in this, where people can come in and go around our neighborhood? The reason I'm asking is that I see little bottles thrown down after bingo night, and it's, you know, broken glass, cans of beer, broken things. So I'm kind of wondering if people are coming in not to play bingo.
That is a great question. So the process when as you know, we recently implemented some new regulations where we do have security here in bingo. We are doing some thorough bag checks as well. That's preventing those items from coming in. The problem I'm seeing is that instead of bringing it in here, as mentioned, they're staying outside in the parking lot and enjoying those beverages. Unfortunately, I do not have control over what you can and cannot do inside your vehicle. What we can do, if we do catch these individuals in the parking lot consuming alcohol, we can address that. My patrol team can come out and ask them to cease and desist and even remove them from property. If they are not residents here at Sonnenlinks and they're not complying with rules and regulations, those individuals are definitely the ones that we don't want to come back here. But I encourage anybody, if you do see something like that in the parking lot, do not hesitate. Give us a call. We will respond to it and we'll handle it accordingly.
Okay, these are not in the parking lot. These are on side streets, down in
streets.
the back. More specifically, Crystal Downs, down in the corner, and other places. They are perusing our neighborhood.
Have you actually seen suspicious individuals around that area?
I've only seen a car or two every once in a while, but I'm not out at that time. And then I see, like I said, I see the effects of it afterwards.
Right.
The next day.
Okay.
That's what I'm
We
saying.
will
Could
definitely
we
look
do
into
a little extra
Yeah, we can definitely
security
look into working
around?
into a protocol to do extensive patrol checks after bingo. Normally, after bingo does end, my patrol supervisors are in charge of making sure that whoever's here for bingo gets out of the community as soon as bingo's done. Again, we're working with limited resources, but we are doing our best to address those concerns for you. And we will definitely look into working a different protocol into getting that resolved.
Okay, so we're sure that all the people that come in for bingo are actually coming into the parking lot?
Every single person that's
Okay,
coming in
thank
to
you.
bingo is getting registered at the gates, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. Yes, sir.
I just want to give you some thanks to your department for keeping this home of ours, all 3,327 homes and people, and all us old folks who kind of wander around, safe as we live the rest of our lives. And I really appreciate all your efforts.
We appreciate that. We take pride in what we do here at Sun Lake, so thank you so much. And we will continue doing our efforts for you guys as well. So my line is always open for my residents, including our district delegates. Please feel free to reach out to me. You can access me through my cell phone or my email. I'm accessible to you guys 24 hours a day. I will do my best to make sure that we continue to comply with whatever the community requests. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I live on the Third Fairway, and often I see people on their e-bikes or their tricycles, their adult tricycles, tearing across the fairway. Are we supposed to call the pro shop
Absolutely.
or security?
Security. You can call us, let us know exactly what location you're at. Even if they keep driving off, we will go out there and search for them. My team is prepared to go out and handle situations in the golf course, regardless of what time of day it is. So if you do see something like that, let us know. We will definitely go out and make contact with them, okay?
I see a lot.
Yes. Yes, sir.
On the RV storage lots, are the majority of the thefts daytime or nighttime?
So there is no consistent pattern. That's one of the things that we did learn with our recent experiences in the theft, RV lot theft. So there's no consistent pattern. Patrol times are adjusted regularly to avoid predictability. So we are doing random checks, random times a day. We do have our incidents occur more during our graveyard hours. That's when normally these guys will take the opportunity to go in after my patrol does their check. We also see sometimes during the daytime, 6 a.m., 7 in the morning, shift exchanger happening. We do see some activity sometimes outside the RV lot that consists of suspicious activity, and we'll respond to that as well. The goal is to catch these guys in the act. The goal is to make sure that we're catching them in the act, we're being responsive immediately, and we're getting PD involved as soon as possible. Catching them in the act, like mentioned before, though, is a little difficult. The timing. They are very knowledgeable on what they're trying to do when they're going into the RV lot, and they know they're limited in time, so they're doing everything they can to get in and out as soon as possible. For your safety and your property safety, your valuables, keep everything locked up. The side panels of the RVs, the storage panels, is what they're looking into getting into. So changing those locks. A lot of those locks are just little standard locks that any key can access. Most of my residents that were targeted have changed their locks on those side panels and have taken the measures to protect their RVs a lot better. We will continue to be in the RV lot, rest assured. But it takes the community's part as well to make sure that you should not be leaving your valuables inside the RV. Anything that consists of more than $100 or $500, leave it in your home. Lock up your RV, and then bring it back when you guys are ready to go on vacation or take it out, okay?
Mike, this is a new year and it's being broadcast, so would you please give us the phone numbers to call?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to give you my information here real quick, if you don't mind, just bear with me. So my direct cell phone, in case you need to address any concerns or issue about my department or the community, is 909 area code 679-7622. And then I'm going to also give you... See something, exactly. See something, say something. And then our security dispatch hotline is area code 951-845-2163. Call that number. If you're not successful in getting somebody out there right away, you can also get in touch with me on my cell phone. It doesn't matter what time of day it is or night. I make it a point to dispatch my officers wherever they're needed. So make sure you guys give us a call. My email is also Michael, Michael, period, Romero, ROMERO, at securitasinc.com. So it should spell out michael.romero at securitasinc.com. I check my emails regularly. Even when I'm not in the office, I check my emails at home to make sure that we are operating consistently. So send anything that you like, questions, concerns, pictures, suspicious activity reports. Let me know. We will get on top of it for you. Any other questions?
I walk early in the morning, and I notice now that Amazon delivers early in the morning. So there's a lot of speeding early in the morning. Okay, I don't know if they're Amazon or people going to work, but they're speeding.
Speeding is a safety issue here at Sun Lakes. Historically speaking, we've had that. But what we are trying to do is educate those that are in violation as much as possible. With the speeding issues in the mornings, I encourage residents, try your best to call us if you do observe a speeding violation, an intersection violation where somebody's not yielding for pedestrians. All we need is just a plate number, the vehicle description, and we can take care of the rest from there, and any direction that you saw the vehicle going. Your report details will go into our reports. We will work alongside with planning and compliance, administration, and the board to see what we can do to enhance those safety measures for the community. But like I mentioned before, we are doing our best. I know the board for a fact has invested time in the safety concerns of the community. Any questions regarding that, I would encourage you to maybe get in touch with the board to see if they can have a meeting with you to further discuss that as well. Okay? Any more questions?
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Okay, our first speaker is Gloria Bramasco. Okay, and she is from HR Banning Unified School District. Do you want to use this?
I'll use this one, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Gloria. I'm from Banning Unified School District's Human Resources Department. Unfortunately, Kirk Skorpanich, who is the Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources, fell sick earlier today, so he's not able to be here. So he just kind of threw me under the bus. Yeah, the school bus. So this is actually my first time speaking like this, so bear with me. If I talk fast, just tell me to slow down. So we were invited to talk about the volunteer process with Banning Unified School District, and I know I've been in human resources for 4 years now, and it's evolving continuously. You know, we get new volunteer requests all the time, and so we're just working with everybody to make this process as seamless as possible. So just a little history on Banning Unified School District. I didn't even know this, but our district was formed in 1877. So that is amazing. Yeah, so now throughout the years, we are nearly at 4,500 students across the district, all the way from pre-K to adult education. And obviously we serve Banning, but we also serve Cabazon and Whitewater. And then some of the programs that the district offers is dual immersion, CTE pathways, which include construction, automotive, and arts and digital media. Those are just some examples. And then, of course, arts and athletics. And here is why our volunteers matter. So it enriches the educational experience for our students. It increases supervision on campus and safety. It strengthens the school and community partnerships and share time skills and knowledge to support our schools. So I know that a lot of people, I just was speaking with Linda here, and she was telling me how she would love to support new teachers. I think that is so amazing, especially working with human resources. We have a lot of new teachers that are coming in on intern credentials that would love to work with someone who has so much experience here like Linda. So that's amazing. And then basically anybody can volunteer as long as you're 18 years old. And if you're a parent, a guardian, we strongly encourage it to work with your students' teachers, community members, and then any individuals willing to serve without pay. I don't know why Kirk added that. A volunteer, yeah, there you go. And so these are some of the opportunities that we have. So we have classroom and student support. Supervision during the breakfast and lunch hours, those are critical. The most popular ones are our field trips and school activities. Short-term facilities or campus projects. We do have a lot of projects going on, so that's fun. Athletics is also a big one. We have our athletics programs keeps growing, and so the more the merrier, right? And then there's other activities like there's reading tutors. There's so many opportunities that our teachers come up with, even that we could even make up. It doesn't have to be. Yeah, it doesn't have to be just these things. There's so many opportunities. You don't even have to reach out to the Human Resources Department directly. We strongly encourage you to reach out to the schools, speak with the administrators. They're working together with their teachers all the time, and they have all these great ideas. And sometimes it's just getting connected with the right people. But you could always reach out to us because we could always direct you to them as well. So there are some expectations that we do have for our volunteers. We do ask that everyone follow district policy, regulations, and school rules. Obviously support student safety and positive behavior, maintain professionalism and respect, and harassment and discrimination is prohibited. And so if you decide you want to come and volunteer, the clearance process is really easy. So sometimes a lot of people don't understand there's a 2-tier process for volunteering. Tier 1, if you just want to come in and help the office staff who could always use help filing those papers or just working in the office and not working directly with students, you don't have to get a background clearance for that because you'll be with staff members at all times. You just check into the office. Once you build that relationship and let them know you're there to volunteer, you just simply have to go to the school and check in with the front office. They do have a check-in system, and you would just need your ID. The Tier 2 volunteers, so that's a little bit different. Those are the volunteers who would work directly with our teachers and our students, and you would have to go through a little bit more of a lengthy process, but it's a quick process. You would still work directly with the site administration or site office staff, support staff, and they would let us know that we have a volunteer that's interested. Once they send us that form, we reach out to you and let you know what the process is. You would do a TB risk assessment questionnaire. You would get a background check, and then which the district also covers, so you wouldn't have to pay anything out of pocket. And there's a mandated reporter training for volunteers, which we also pay for the certificate for you to be cleared. And then once that happens, the longest part I think would be a background check, but if you schedule that quickly with our LiveScan agent, I've seen some clearances come back the same day. So the process could be fairly quickly. And then once you're fully cleared, the Human Resources Department would reach out to you, let you know that you're cleared, and then everyone in the district that's office support has access to see all of our approved volunteers. So if you decided you wanted to volunteer at a different school site, you wouldn't have to go through all that process again. We would just get a notification that you're interested, and you would already be approved. So it's a pretty quick process. I think the biggest delay that I see on my end when I'm doing this is making sure that everybody's getting their background checks done. That's the biggest piece. Yes, I just talked about that. There is some ed codes that Kirk wanted to touch on. So anyone who is non-teaching, so basically all our volunteers that help out in the classroom are under the direct supervision of a certificated staff member, whether that be a teacher, an administrator, a director, anyone who's certificated staff, you would be under their supervision. And then, let's see. So this is where the Tier 2 volunteer comes in. So anyone who will be working directly with our students, even if they'll be alone with our students for just a very brief moment, we do require a background check because we just want to make sure that everyone that's working with our kids didn't rob a bank in the morning or something. Okay, so this is our contact information. I'll probably still be... Is it this one? Oh, no. That's not it. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Let's see. Oh. Oh, that's,
Move it over a little bit because you're in PowerPoint.
sorry. I'm not a techie person. There you go. So this is my direct line at the office, and you can give me a call and let me know that you're interested in volunteering. And then you could, like I said, you don't have to wait for me in case I'm not there. You could always reach out to any of the support staff or the administrators at the school sites and let them know that you're interested. If you have a specific idea that you were thinking about to help that I didn't mention, please reach out to me because we're always open to ideas. I know that, like Linda, she said she would love to work with our new teachers, and in this day and age, that would be just so amazing to have support for our new teachers because it takes a village. It takes a village. So anything will be super helpful. Hopefully they do this right. Oh. Can you guys see it?
You're back to normal, yeah.
Okay. I think we talked about this. Yes.
We're going to wait until after she's completed her program. Otherwise, she's going to lose her place, and then we're not going to be able to know. So we'll wait until the very end, and then
That's
you can
okay.
answer questions.
Thank you. That's okay. And just really quickly, so the district's oversight and safety, the human resources verifies all legal and regulatory requirements. Site administrators ensure that all of our volunteers are cleared before we actually let them onto campus. Any complaints that we do receive regarding volunteers are investigated, and if the district decides that a volunteer's access be revoked, it can be revoked at any time as well. Another cool opportunity, because like I said, like I mentioned before, our athletics programs just keeps growing and growing, and so volunteer coaches are also more than welcome. So typically our coaching positions are offered to our certificated staff members, which is like our teachers. It's part of their collective bargaining agreement. So it is like a stipend position that they can apply for, but we do have a lot of vacancies a lot of the time, so we do actually offer walk-on coaches, so it doesn't necessarily have to be volunteer work. If we can't find anybody to coach a certain sport, you could actually come on as a walk-on coach and get paid for it. But if we do have a coach already and they just need help, then there's also volunteer opportunities for that as well. Let's see. So like if it was for a walk-on coach, vacancies are first offered to certificated employees. And like I said, if there is no certificated certificated employee available, then we would offer it to a walk-on coach. And if you were to be onboarded as a walk-on coach, then we would just go through all of the new hire onboarding process, which is completing your application, going through a background check, getting a drug screening, doing a TB test if you haven't had one in the last 4 years. For coaching specifically, there are some required trainings through CIF that you do have to complete, and to complete those, you would work directly with our athletic director, Brandon Mason. And then finally, once those clearances are complete, our athletic director lets us know that you are been cleared to coach, and then you're ready to start. Yeah, I just went over that. So yes, thank you for having me, everyone. If you have any questions, I'm going to still be here. Yes.
Thank you. That was wonderful.
Thank you.
Do you have a way of letting us know about the performing arts program? Because I know that it's really difficult to get in touch with them and figure out when they're practicing, and maybe it's a possibility that we could be helping with that as well.
Yeah, I can
Because
definitely.
it's really tough, and
Yeah.
I'm not even getting the emails.
Okay. I will definitely reach out. I know who to reach out to directly at the high school, and I can definitely get you the information because I'm sure there's a lot of volunteering opportunities there as well.
That would be great and
Yes,
fun.
I will definitely do that.
Thank you.
Any more questions?
Any other questions? Yes.
Okay.
With the arts program, how would I find out about opportunities?
I can, I don't know what the best way to put out the information, but if you're interested, if you want to reach out to me, I can go back to the slide here. This is my
phone number?
Yeah, that
Call you directly?
Yeah, just
Okay.
call me directly because I
Alright.
can get you in contact with the person who oversees that at the high school. I'm not sure exactly how they're doing it. I apologize, but I can get you in contact directly with him because, like I said, that program has also been growing, and I'm sure they could use the help.
Apparently, is Mary Flynn in here? She was going to come and do a little presentation for Banning for the performing arts.
Okay.
So we do have somebody here
Okay.
that actually is
working
putting
with-
it together and having a booster club. So Mary Flynn is the one that you would want to contact. I do not have her phone number, but I'm sure she's in the book.
Yeah. But if it, you know, like you could always reach out to us directly and we could get you in contact with the person who's actually overseeing the program and working directly with the kids there, just in case there has been trouble communicating. You could always reach out to us and I'll make sure to get that contact information to you guys.
And Gloria,
Yes.
I was very lucky to be in a tour group that toured that Performing Arts Center, which is phenomenal.
Oh, it's beautiful, yeah.
And, you know, I've been glad to hear that Mary Flynn is providing some kind of a booster club because we would be interested in seeing performances.
Yeah, absolutely. We would definitely need people to come out and see this. I actually visited one. My daughter, she's in the Beaumont district, but we went to a play there, and it was so amazing. I'm like, why haven't I gone to the Banning place? It's just so amazing what these kids are doing, and the more people there, like, it's just so motivating and encouraging for them. So, yes, I will get that contact information for you guys.
Thank you, Gloria.
Thank you so much. I did it.
You did awesome. Okay, our next speaker is our own Doug Emery, and he is going to talk on the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Do you want to use that one or do I? Do you want to use?
Sure.
It's on.
There you go. Good afternoon, everyone. Again, my name is Doug Emery. I've been living here in Sun Lakes for 2 years. I'm living on Fairway Oaks and love living here in Paradise. A little chilly, but I'm from Toronto, Canada originally, so it's not too bad. So I'm going to actually do two presentations, one of an organization you may be quite familiar with, and the other one you may not be familiar with. So first is Make-A-Wish Foundation, and I was going to wear my 15-year-old Make-A-Wish Foundation shirt, but it must have shrunk with all this rain and humidity. I'm not sure what happened to it. So, I'm an approved Wish volunteer. My wife, Iris Emery, she's an approved Wish grantor and speaker. She would like to be here today, but she works full-time at the Palm Springs Convention Center, helping to pay for my golf, my bowling, and my lobby drink tab. So appreciate her support of her husband, me. So, what is Make-A-Wish Foundation? Make-A-Wish Foundation is the largest wish granting organization in the nation. And it's been going on for 40 years granting wishes to children and their families. So it began in 1980 back in Phoenix with a 7-year-old boy that was struggling with leukemia. And the police department heard that he wanted to be a police officer. They got together, the community got together, and they developed this great program for this sick child, and it just kind of took off from there in 1980 in Phoenix. So the mission statement of Make-A-Wish is to grant the wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions to enrich the human experience with hope, strength, and joy. That's a mission statement. But really focus on volunteers, like a lot of these organizations up here. There's tens of thousands of volunteers, like Iris and myself, in the nation. In the U.S. and its territories, a wish is granted every 33 minutes through trained wish grantors. This one belief guides us and inspires us to grant wishes that changes the lives of the kids we serve through volunteers. It's interesting, this is fresh off the website. Internationally, there's been 615,000 wishes granted since the start of 1980. Wow. 25, a child is diagnosed with critical illness and becomes eligible for a wish every 25 seconds. And Make-A-Wish grants 50 wishes with critical illnesses in nearly 50 countries. So it is an international organization. So steps to granting a wish, and it's interesting, a lot of people don't know this. A referral, so it can come from a doctor that maybe is treating a sick child. It could be from the parents, guardians, or one of you. Maybe you know of a sick child that would benefit from a wish. It could be a grandchild, a relative, a neighbor. So referral, there's a form, and you can submit that. Then the wish team goes and visit the family. We want to understand, meet the child, understand what their needs and the child wishes are. So we need to meet with the family to understand what their wish is requested, and paperwork and medical verification. Then, of course, it goes back to the office. They need to make sure it's approved and budgeted and date and limitations, what have you. Then a wish experience, the reveal, is a wish team goes, meets with the family and say, congratulations, your wish has been granted. Here's your tickets to a flight. Here's your limo down to Disneyland, what have you. Then there's the execution. The actual wish experience occurs, whether it's a trip, meeting a hero, a special item, or something else entirely. So it's a simple process, but it needs a referral. I met someone that didn't even know that this existed. Eligibility, this is important. Children who have reached the age of 2.5 and are under 18 must be referred to the foundation and determined to be medically eligible for a wish by their physician. So they need a medical approval. They need to have a progressive, degenerative, or malignant condition that is considered life-threatening. It doesn't mean they're going to die, but it's a life-threatening disease, such as cancer, organ failure, heart conditions, muscular dystrophy, what have you. Not ADHD or mental health or diabetes. There are other organizations that support youth with these areas, but for Make-A-Wish, it's with a progressive, degenerative, or life-threatening disease. And the foundation, there's offices and there's admin, but most of their overhead costs is supported through contributions, corporate donations, foundations. So the money that's given is focused on the child. So how can you help? So number one is make a donations to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Be helpers at events, language interpreters and translators. We do have an office in Riverside here. They're trying to open one in Palm Springs and kind of increase the area here. And then recommend certain kids with the hope of an opportunity like this. So that's really what you can do, is give money, but also tell a family or a friend that that child can get a wish. Or you can adopt a wish. Now, for those that have money to spend, is some generous donors pay for a whole wish, anonymous, and it can be as minimum as $3,000 for a laptop, or it could be up to $12,000 for a major trip overseas. So the price of a wish varies depending upon what that child or family wants. Iris, before we moved here, whole family went to Scotland, and because that was her heritage, her background, there were like 6 of them, very expensive. They went to Scotland, had a great time. I think she was 12 or 13. 1 month later, she passed away, the daughter. So I get emotional with some of these things, so bear with me. So on a quick video here, 1 minute video. Oops. So why are we volunteers, Iris and I? When we moved to Chicago close to 30 years ago from Toronto, about a year after we moved down, my young son Richard was very raspy playing soccer. So we thought he had a cold. My wife took him to chest x-ray, nothing. A couple of weeks later, it was a business trip. They took a different x-ray with the neck down. On her neck, they found a big black dot on the x-ray. So they went in. I flew back quickly back to Chicago. They did some diagnosis, and he was diagnosed with rhabdomyosarcoma, which is a cancer of tissue. And the doctor says the bad news is the tissue is growing right in his voice box, in his throat. And that's why he was raspy running around, because that tumor was growing, cutting the airflow. He says the good news, it was a place that it could be found, as opposed to if it was in the stomach. A lot of kids have cancer, this tumor in their stomach, and things move around. So the good news is in a place that kind of reared its ugly tumor. So anyways, he went in, had surgery. They were worried about him losing his voice because it was attached to his voice box. Praise God that didn't happen. So he had, remember all this notes, so he had the surgery, and that was very tough, strapping his head down to a table while he did radiation, 5 weeks of radiation, and a year of chemotherapy. Lost most of his hair. My job was to clean out his trach tube every night. So the Make-A-Wish Foundation we weren't familiar with, but our doctor referred our son to Make-A-Wish Foundation. They came to our house 3 times with balloons and presents, a police officer, and a nurse, and a volunteer, and they granted us a wish. And my son, my oldest son, myself, Iris, and I were flown to San Francisco, got a tour of San Francisco, went to the Industrial Light and Magic, where they actually make Star Wars, the actual artifacts and the movies. And went to George Lucas Ranch and saw all the 4 or 5 Darth Vader outfits that were in storage and all the equipment. So we had a great time. So since then, we decided to give back to Make-A-Wish, because we were blessed as a family. Our son was blessed as a family. And Iris has been speaking around different parts of the East Coast, including the police officers, Department of Defense, and other organizations. So, and recently in Banning and Beaumont, Iris has granted 4 wishes in the Banning Beaumont area. We don't meet at people's houses anymore. We actually now meet at Applebee's. We've been to Applebee's three times, and we bring the family in. We talk about the program. We give them their credit cards or the money, and Applebee's is great, and that's what we do. So she's granted 4 wishes. I participated in 2 of them. And it's happening here in Banning and Beaumont of children that need these wishes. So, so Make-A-Wish is a great organization, and thank you. So, any questions on that? So, I typically start crying when I talk about my son, but did pretty good. So,
Did you have a question, Linda?
and he's
No.
sorry. I should mention he is a healthy 34-year-old. So he's 6. I apologize. That's the most important part. He's a healthy 34, 6'4". Independent producer. A lot of children we met through the different organizations didn't make it and passed on. So we are blessed that Richard is doing well. He's lost his thyroid. He had to go some other treatments, but he's doing good. So,
Thank you. Thank you, Doug. Okay, so our next presenter is going to be Kathy Faber from Table of Plenty.
I don't. She told me 5 minutes.
that's fine. That's fine.
I need that that microphone.
I'm Kathy Faber. I am here representing Table of Plenty, of which I am a board member as well as a volunteer. I'd like to thank the Banning School District. The oldest grandson on the spectrum had just the best experience at Laura Coombs and graduated year before last. But what a loving, caring community. So thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. And I am, after listening to Doug, I'm reminded again of what an incredible community this is, and the wealth and the depth of experiences and talents. And so thank you, Michelle, for bringing all this together. So Table of Plenty I sat with Michelle and Bob at a memorial, and Michelle said, I want you to, we're having this event to see who can volunteer. And I said, well, you know, we're kind of set with our volunteers. But she said, come along and introduce Table of Plenty, which is what I'm doing here. So just quickly, how many of you have heard of Table of Plenty? So, okay, so good, but some of you haven't. We're the little kids on the block, actually. We're a soup kitchen that never prepares soup. We do things like taco salads and chef salads and, you know, all sorts of hot, wonderful meals. What we believe, our mission, is that it's central to a person's dignity in having access to sufficient food to sustain a healthy life. Table of Plenty was established in January of 2011. We are graciously hosted at Beaumont Presbyterian Church, and we serve hot meals every Wednesday between 11:30 and 1. At the church, in the fellowship hall, yep. That's at 7th and Euclid. Our business model is a bit different than other organizations. We are totally volunteer. We have no paid staff. We don't have a warehouse or a van or any of that. So all of our donations go to feeding our guests. Right now, in terms of volunteers, we do not have a current need for volunteers, although things change. Some of our volunteers we have like maybe 3 individuals who are 91, who I want to be when I grow up because they're so full of energy, but people do age out. So what I have prepared here is not only the brochures, but a sign-in sheet on it if you would like to give me your name and your phone number and email address if we have an opportunity for volunteers. Our kitchen staff, again, we're small, and our kitchen staff is very, very tight, but people working the floor with our guests, serving them. We have some individuals who don't have just a second serving, but maybe a third, and one guy, he's generally on a 4th serving, and I wonder what he does the rest of the week for a meal. But anyway, that's what our people working the floor do. We are looking for volunteers. I am looking for a volunteer to assist us in our Facebook management. We've had a couple of young people, but they have the nerve to graduate and go off to college. And so we'd very much, I'm sure that there's someone in Sun Lakes who has some Facebook experience, and it would be minimal in terms of time, but it would be just really exquisite. And I'm also currently looking for someone, and this is not volunteer, this would be paid for our tax preparation. We're changing our the individual who does our taxes, and it's very small. We're a small organization, but looking for that. One of the things that I just wanted to mention is some of the stories that we have with our guests. In connecting with them, we've have vets who have gained access to services as we've worked with them, and then they end up going to the Vet Expo and getting some assistance. We have a guy who was looking for work, and he's been working at a local restaurant now for a couple of years. So that kind of thing is really exciting. We have, since January 11th, served approximately 500,000 meals, and that's 1 day a week. On November 5th, this was just after I spoke to your Rotary, on November 5th, we served our 10,000th meal for the year 2025. And we made a big deal of it. The guy thought he won the lottery, and balloons and all sorts of things. But so you can see there's this need, and that people are looking. Because we're small and we don't have a lot of space, we're not really a food pantry, but we do have a table because people do give us some canned goods and some donations. Also toilet paper, right, Lucy? But so we're able to do that. We have donations from Yum Yum Donuts. They give us about 25 dozen bags, or 25 dozen donuts a week. And so that, and with Paracone Juice also donates juice for us. So we're very, very fortunate. Biggest thing is food cost. Beef costs since 2021 have gone up 51%, ground beef. Chicken costs since 2021, just about over 20%. So anytime there's a sale, if Albertsons or Stater Brothers or someone has a sale on chicken breast or ground beef in this limited quantity, our kitchen staff will run over there and get their limited quantity, and then I'm writing out a check for them to reimburse them. So food costs are certainly a significant factor, as they are for all of us, but in terms of feeding others. Okay, I think that's about it. Just to let you know that Table of Plenty believes that hunger should not be a way of life, and we invite you to be a part of us in whatever way you can.
Any questions?
Kathy, could you say again how many times a week you prepare?
Just on Wednesdays, one day a
Wednesday?
week, 11:30 to 1.
And about how many clients do you have?
It really varies. It's not, so I know there's another kitchen that registers people because they're getting foods from Feeding America, and that has to be reported back. We don't have that situation. So we could serve anywhere from 250 to 300 meals a week
On one day?
on one day.
My goodness. And what kind of meals do you prepare?
Well, as I said, chef salad, taco salads are a favorite. Our kitchen crew has something, they have like a creamed chicken over rice, and they've thrown in broccoli. We found that some of our guests have never had broccoli before. We'll almost always have beans for added protein. So the first thing you get is a bean, then you might get your, we could do chili, spaghetti. There are those hot meals.
I was wondering, how do we get in touch with your organization and also with Doug? He didn't mention how I get in touch with.
Well, I can't answer for Doug, but I'm sure he has a bunch of cards. Yeah. I have brochures up here. And so that'll give you the information, and particularly our phone number. I man the phone for Table of Plenty. Probably 100 calls that we get, 97 are spam, wanting to know if we want to renew our warranty or something. But
Could you just give us that?
But I have to tell you, one time I grabbed the phone, and a guy was calling and saying, "I understand you have meals," and we talked for a bit, and I said, "Tell me your name," and he was going to come. And that was the week before Halloween, and our volunteers were dressed up as Halloween. I said, "Come and introduce yourself. I'll be in the witch's hat." And this is a guy who was looking for work and just passed his commercial truck driving, whatever you need to do with that, and so was passing out his resume. We happen to know somebody who just retired as a cross-country truck driver, so we hooked up those two, and so hopefully that individual will be able to find work soon. But anyway, so the brochure is the contact information, yeah.
Okay.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, Kathy. Okay, so now we're going to have Doug come back up here, and he's going to do Laura Mae Stewart Foundation. And you want to give that information.
Yeah, so back to your question. So makeawish.org is a great website where you can either donate money directly, or you can volunteer, or I have business cards afterwards. You can come and see me. A great organization, like I said, because we benefited. And I'm not sure who these glasses are. Mine. Okay, Kathy. Exactly. So if that answers your question. So switching. So this is a little bit different because a lot of us don't know about, excuse my Canadian, about, you take a boy out of the country, but you can't take the country out of the boy, right? So Laura Mae Stewart Foundation, 50 years of giving to Banning and Beaumont. Wow. So Laura Mae Stewart, this is Laura Mae Stewart. She passed away at 89 years of age. She's buried in the family cemetery just down here, Pennsylvania and East First Avenue. So that's Laura Mae Stewart, 89 years of age. Interesting story, her father moved down from Illinois in 1845 by ox cart. I know we complain about Highway 10 and all the traffic. Can you imagine Illinois to this area by ox cart? Worked as a foreman in Placerville, and he established his home as what is now Banning in 1878, just when the school started. So maybe Laura Mae went to Banning School there. So the Resner Stewart family, they acquired thousands and thousands of acres south of the railway tracks we all know and love, in lands shared by Banning and Beaumont. And you see the map there. So this low area is an area we may be familiar with. South railway tracks shared between Banning and Beaumont. So the Stewart family, Resner married Mary Elizabeth Christensen in 1880. They had 3 sons and 2 daughters. Unfortunately, Laura Mae's mother died at age 28 due to complications. But there's also 5 children, there's 3 boys. Resner Jr. died in San Francisco in 1906 at age 17. Arthur died in Lima, Peru in 1913-27. And Emery, which is my last name and his first name, died at sea in 1925. So therefore, it left the 2 young ladies to run the farm. So this is Laura Mae Stewart. She managed the farm operation, kept her shotgun steady at all the times in the corner of her room, and she was never married. Maybe that's why, because she had a shotgun in her bedroom, so I'm not sure. But she was more interested in running the farm versus her sister, Clara, that handled the accounting and married, because they ran the farm because the boys have all passed away until their father died in 1933. So 1960s and 70s, the land that we're standing on right now was sold off to developers, and the sisters moved to Beaumont. The developers then eventually turned the Resner farm and ranch to where we're sitting right now, here at Sun Lakes, Four Seasons, Walmart, Albertsons, what have you. So we're living in this area right here by the Resner. So Laura Mae, after selling his property, said, you know what, I want to give back. And she set up a foundation called the Laura Mae Stewart Foundation. In 1974, the value was $1.2 million. It now has a value of $2.6 million, and the return of investments are distributed. So we have a committee, 2 people from Banning, 1 from Beaumont, and then with 2 from Banning, 1 from Beaumont, go back and forth. Linnell Neat is not here, but Linnell Neat lives here, and she's a Banning representative. Her term is up this year, so we'll need someone from Banning. And then we meet twice a year to review, approve, reject grant applications up to $6,000 with myself and the program manager. We don't approve them all. The last year we rejected 4 of them for various reasons, so it's not rubber stamped. And this is interesting what it says in her will, that the money for such charitable, civic, and cultural uses and purposes most effectively assist, encourage, and promote the well-being of the inhabitants of the cities of Beaumont and Banning, regardless of race, color, or creed. So that's exactly from her will. So kudos to her looking at that. And so very strong lady in setting up this trust. So because we had good return of investments, we've given over $5 million to charities through Banning and Beaumont, not Calimesa, not Yucaipa, not Cabazon. It has to be, as per her will, Banning and Beaumont only. And we have some groups here, right, that have received the funds from Laura Mae Stewart. And it's a blessing to get to know these organizations and the committee giving back to these communities, and a lot more. In fact, a couple ladies I met back there at the San Gregorio Ballet Organization. Hello, ladies. So they had a nice ballet, a Nutcracker, early December, and it was great seeing some of the money put to good use for new mirrors and costumes and what have you. So, and for 2025, we've given, some of the people are in this picture here, Susanna. For 2025, we gave out over $110,000 to 20-plus local nonprofits. So, so we do need a volunteer for Banning to replace Linnell Neat, who's here, both pitchers. Her term will be up. We do have a new person for Beaumont. So basically, this is informational, just that we are blessed to live in this wonderful community. The reason why we're blessed is this land was run by as a farm, then developed. So the land and legacy of Laura May Stewart lives on, supporting our community, past, present, and future. And with the money, I'm sure we'll continue that for years to come. So more informational, but just something I want to share that there in Beaumont, there's a Beaumont Stewart Park. It's being renovated, and when they reopen the Stewart Park, we're going to have a better recognition of Laura May Stewart, as well as the Playhouse Bowl, right, Susanna? In the brochure, every concert at the park in Banning, there's a picture of Laura May Stewart. So with that, thank you very much. Come see me when I got,
Yes.
one other, sorry, one second. I have to do this because besides, I have to do this because I'm also the president of the Beaumont Cherry Valley Rotary. So I just got to share this. This Thursday, we're having a first responders appreciation spaghetti dinner. Police Department, CAL FIRE, the Sheriff Department, AMR, and the California Highway Patrol. It's this Thursday, January 8th, 5 p.m. at the Chatney Center. Tickets are $10 each, and we're raising funds for their K9 program because they have new dogs, and a dog is expensive when it's on a K9 patrol. I do have flyers for that. So I do, as president of Rotary Club, I would be remiss not to announce this. So, sorry, back to you.
Thank you, Doug. Okay. Why is my mic not working? My mic's going out. Okay, our next presenter is going to be Patrick. And he is from HELP.
Thank you, Michelle, and thank you for inviting us. My name is Pat Fraley. I'm the current president of HELP. And could I see, by a hand count, how many people have heard of HELP? That's good to know. HELP is an acronym that stands for Hope, Empathy, Love, and Prayer. But when I mention HELP, most people will think of a thrift store, because that's what we're best known by. And we have a very good thrift store, and there's volunteer opportunities available there that I'll explain to you later. But by charter, we're actually a food bank. And food banks come in two forms. One is on-site, and the other is off-site. Things like Carol's Kitchen, Table of Plenty are on-site. They prepare food, the people go there, they sit down and eat. And the past is really blessed by having really three food banks or places where you can go and eat that are all well organized, and the food is certainly available to everybody. But HELP is what we call off-site. We provide a basket or baskets of food, and the people can come to us and get enough food to take back home. Now, it's not enough food to support them for a month, but it certainly augments their food budget. And to the tune of last year, we served or provided food to over 10,000 families. That equates to about 30,000 individuals, or over 800,000 pounds of food. We've been in the Pass area for 44 years. We're housed in Banning, and we serve the Pass area, which is Poppet Flats, down to Cabazon, Whitewater, over to Banning, Beaumont, and out to Cherry Valley and Yucaipa. We have 50 volunteers, and the volunteers no one gets any kind of pay or stipend or a credit card or meal expenses or anything like that. So we can guarantee anybody that donates to us that the money goes to the purchase of food. We have the thrift store, and the profits from that keep our doors open. It takes care of our trucks and our property taxes and utilities, and all those things that go with owning a building. So when people donate to us, we can guarantee that the money goes to the purchase of food. Where do we get our food? We get some food from USDA, and then we purchase the rest. And we purchase that through private donations and from grants, such as the Lower May Stewart. And we have about 9 grants that we get. Now, you read in the paper that this organization got a $100,000 grant or an $80,000 grant. We don't survive on those kind of grants. Much smaller, but we make up for it with several grants at a time. Our hours of operation, we're open 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday, 9 o'clock in the morning to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's really conducive to volunteers. First of all our volunteers are retired. And they all come, for 90% of them rather, come from either Sun Lakes or from Four Seasons or Highland Springs Country Club. And the thing about it is most of the volunteers we have been there a while, although we're always in need of volunteers. But most of them come not only for the satisfaction of helping somebody, but it's a very friendly atmosphere. And I can say this, we've all been part of volunteer organizations, and there's some drama and problems. Knock on wood, we don't have it. Everybody seems to get along, and a lot of them come what I call on the buddy system. You have a friend, a neighbor, and you say, you know, I'd like to volunteer, but I don't know anybody down there, and I'm going to walk in being a lone individual. So they bring somebody with them. And the volunteer opportunities we have, let's start with our food operations. We have the warehouse, and the warehouse is where we prepare the boxes and the baskets of food. And there's a set menu that everybody gets the same thing. And so those people have to be capable of lifting maybe 30 pounds, but lifting 30 pounds is rare, really, because they're taking this item, putting it in a basket, or putting it in a box and goes to a basket. So you don't have to be superhuman to work in the warehouse. Now, one of our problems, though, is we have walk-in freezers and walk-in refrigerators. And sometimes we'll get a load of chickens or some things that are heavy, and we have to offload into the refrigerator. And the last time we did this, I was looking, and believe it or not, the average age of the guys, in that case, putting the stuff in the refrigerator and freezers was 80 years old. 80, and I'll tell you, being 80, I can tell you that 40 pounds or 20 pounds 50 years ago is nothing like lifting 40 or 50 pounds today. It's heavy. So we have an organization in town that we go to, and they have some young, strong guys, and we'll get them down there and entice them with some desserts, and they do the heavy lifting for us. The other thing is when they first come, now you can come to help and get food once a month. You register and you check in, and that's what we call the intake. And so the people that work that we have 3 desks, and you have to have basic computer skills, and I mean basic. You know, you have to, data entry is really what it is. And then you check in, we verify your card, and then you go and you pick up your food. The other thing is the thrift store. And the thrift store takes quite a few people. And the sections in the thrift store we have is people will donate goods. It goes into a sorting area. We decide what's sellable, what's not sellable, and then it goes, we sort it. It then goes to a pricing section. It then goes out into the floor where it's sold, and we have the cashiers. So if you have any desire to work in one of those sections, it's certainly available. I'm trying to think if I forgot anything. I'm certainly here for questions if I have. But like I said, we have 50 volunteers, the hours, 4 days a week. Oh, very important. Everybody that works there is retired, I said that. And so we know that everybody has a life. They have doctor's appointments, they have family commitments, they have vacations. So don't feel like if you volunteer there, you have to be there every Monday or whatever day you decide. Because we have enough volunteers, we all appreciate that, and we all have other priorities, and you take off and we'll backfill for you, and nobody thinks any less of you for doing it. So it's a very friendly atmosphere. and I would look forward to seeing you. We have some brochures up here, along with my business card, and feel free on my business card, you have my own cell phone number there. Please give us a call. We're on just off 6th Street behind, if you know where International House of Pancakes is, right behind that. If nothing else, stop by. We'll give you a tour and introduce you to the operation. Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick. Did you have a question?
You should publish the contact information for the people at home and also for us. We could write it down. How do you spell your last name?
It's spelled F-R-O-E-H-L-E. And here is the brochure in my card. We're at 53 South 6th Street. And the phone number at the office is 951-922-2305. My direct line is 909-226-7485.
Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you.
Okay, our next presenter. Did you want to say something? No. Oh, our next presenter is Lucy from, oh gosh, Faith in Action. Thank you, Lucy. Oh gosh.
Thank you. Thank you, Michelle. This one throws me off. Can I move it a little? I keep thinking that's on, and so, okay. I want to tell everybody, thank you, my partners. I consider you guys friends, the ones out here, and I got to read off my phone because if not, I'm going to go off track, and your time is very precious. Okay. So good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for inviting me to come here and speak about Faith in Action. It is truly a pleasure of mine. So Faith in Action serves the local cities here, which is Banning, Beaumont, and the surrounding cities, which does include Whitewater, Cabazons, Cali Mesa, and stuff. And what we do, we work with individuals that face barriers that cannot navigate on their own, whether it is accessing health care, stabilizing housing, returning to the workforce, or understanding complex systems that were not designated to be user-friendly. Our role is to help people move from crisis to stability with dignity, structure, and accountability. We serve seniors on fixed incomes. We serve veterans, individuals facing health challenges, people working to regain stability after losing jobs or housing disruption. Our work is practical, structured, and outcome focused. We are not a handout organization. We are a support and a navigation center. What makes our work effective is not just fun, it's the people. People who care about the community and want to remain engaged in meaningful ways. That's why we're here today. Sun Lake's residents bring very extraordinary amount of lived experience. And I'm not saying the age, is just your guys' wisdom due to your life experiences and your leadership. We are inviting you to partner with us through the volunteer service that is flexible and respectful of your time and aligns with your interests and your abilities. Volunteering with Faith in Action does not require physical labor, but we do ask for your time. Many of our volunteers could give up to 4 hours weekly, or our hours that we're open are Monday to Friday from 10 to 2, so 4-hour days. So opportunities that include is we have a welcoming committee. Members come into our office, and thanks to the Laura May Stewart, we have a computer lab that's open to the public to help them be self-sufficient, thrive, they could come in. So yes, definitely people with computer experience, volunteers that could sit along with somebody that would need that helping hand. We welcome that. We also have, we need volunteers to work at our front office, supporting outreach, resources, events, assisting in our admin task, sharing professional experience, or serving as a leadership and advisory role. And for those that are interested in a deeper involvement, we are always recruiting board members and committee participants who want to help guide a trusted local organization serving this region. Board service allow you to engage in a strategic level and ensure responsible stewardship of the community resources. I really like is about the Faith in Action that we have staff, volunteers, contractors of all aspects, and everybody's knowledge is what makes this organization really well, because we're getting different points of views. We're always changing and we're growing. And so, Sun Lakes is a community known for their civil pride and their continued engagement. We believe retired is not the end of your contribution, and it's also the beginning of a different kinds of service and one rooted with wisdom and perspective. We have currently staff members from Sun Lakes Four Seasons as our board members, as our president, as our volunteers. I'm not naming you out, Alfonso. That have made this organization great. We consider ourselves a family. We rely on each other and we hold each other accountable also. But I want to thank you for your time and for the role that you continue to play in the community as being, the reason you're here is because you want to give back, and I really want to thank you. And plus, I just want to tell you one thing too, you guys are really bad at showing what retirement looks like. But I am so appreciated, and I love being next to you guys and just learning and passing it on. So thank you. And
Thank you.
And we do have a new location. It used to be the Wells Fargo building. It's across the street from Sizzler. That's how I know it. So we're on one half is our navigation center. It has several doors, but we're getting labels to go around where the handicap doors, access is at. There's double doors and there's one off the side. There's our location. We still have our San Gregorio original office because we wanted to continue being a presence with individuals that took time to build their trust. So that office across the street from Lithopath is only open on Wednesdays from 10 to 1 o'clock, where we're able to do like a quick assessment. We do distribution of basic needs. We do the distribution, and thanks to Help Inc. with some non-perishable bags for the community. But like in our other office, the one that used to be the Wells Fargo, we have a computer lab, like I was saying, in the lobby. We have a classroom now where we do employment readiness. So if anybody wants to come back and use your teaching abilities, your interaction with the clients, the students, we do have anybody that has like resume experience or just empowering, positive motivational speaking with individuals. We host this employment readiness once a week per month. It's different times because we want to be available for different populations. And then our facilities also open up for different nonprofits and foundations that could also provide a service back to the community. So we're really happy that we have this new building. And it is 1735 West Ramsey, Suite 102, Banning, California, 9222. You could call us at our number, 951-922-0111.
I'm sorry.
951-922-0111. If we're not available, we always check our voicemail, and we'll be getting back to you within 24 to 48 hours. But I will give you my work number too. And I didn't introduce myself. I am the program director for Faith in Action. I've been with this agency for 4 years already. And my work cell phone is 951-572-2475.
What's your last name, Lucy?
Martin, Martin.
Okay, now, isn't there a connection to the, that boutique?
I'm sorry to say that we had to close our Chateau 225 antique store that was across the street from the teen center. But all those items are still on the marketplace, the Facebook marketplace. So we still have that website. And also, if anybody's really good with social media, Facebook, I'm surprisingly, I don't. I don't have time to be on the social media. So we'll still have that platform. Chateau 225 Marketplace is online. And so.
Also, you have a program of donation where a person can donate a certain amount of money each month automatically.
Yes, thank you, Linda. Always teaching. Yes, we do have, if you're not able to support us with your time, your expertise and stuff, we do have either one time or a monthly donation program. I am going to be here available. We are getting our website also updated to make it a lot more user-friendly. You're always welcome to come into our office. I actually have with me present right now is our 2024 accountability book that shows us, introduces to our staff our programs and our outcomes that we have done. So we're always welcome, the community.
Just a note, the entrance to Faith in Action is on the west side of the building, so it makes it easier for you so you don't wander all the way around it trying to find the door to open.
Didn't I say we promote health? Walking is good.
Yes.
But thank you, Ron. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I had to think my left, my west, and east. Oh, I thought you were saying about you. No. Yes, I was like.
Hi, are most of your clients unhoused or homeless? And do you interact much with Opportunity Village, assuming that it's still open? And then the last question is your funding. Is the funding grant? Is it government or governmental agency based? Or how are you funded? Thank you.
Okay. We do serve the unhoused individuals. We were serving the ones that were housed unhoused individuals at Opportunity Village that is closing. But that is not the majority of our population. We also take the approach of working with preventing homelessness. So that's why we have all these other programs for education, wellness. You got to feel good to go to work. You got to feel good. So we are community health workers, certified every year. And we work with different health plans too. So we don't have an eligibility of who could who could receive our services. That what makes us a little bit different. We have an open door policy. We have served various incomes and various locations. We've had people call us from different cities, and because we do appreciate and working as a collaborative. We work with Table of Plenty, HELP, Lower May Stewart, the Rotaries, Carol's Kitchen. I myself was at Carol's Kitchen for the longest time before I went to Faith in Action. And all these other agencies here, I know Healing Waters is also here, is all of us working together. So an individual could be at different phases in their life, and we just always want to have that open door and be here to support them. And regardless if they're well off or not, we're here to help. Oh, I'm sorry. Our funding is through grants. We have some of our grants are with the federal level, some of them are with the county. We do have a lot of foundations and it's grants through federal, city, no, not city, federal, county, and foundations, and individuals with the monthly donors. Thank you.
Lucy, I'm sorry, I didn't hear. Is Opportunity Village still open?
From what I've heard, and this is just, we're working on assisting Opportunity Village to house individuals by the end of this week.
Okay.
Anything further, it will be Mario Carlos, the acting director.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, very good, thank you.
No.
Any other questions? No? Okay.
Alfonso back there.
Oh, there.
You need a mic.
You have to have a mic. Hang on just 1 second.
I don't know who that is.
All I want to say is that when I came into Banning, I just moved in October 24th. I'm retired, and I wanted to do something. And lo and behold, I saw all these homelessness situation, and it just broke my heart. I never dealt with that, or I didn't know what to do. And I met Carol, and I met this gentleman who told me about Faith in Action, and I volunteer. I step forward. But what I saw is a love of helping humanity. It's like people will come in frowning, questioning, unsure, but they will leave with a smile and hope. Because I saw what the organization was doing in whether it's housing or trying to get their birth certificates or food or even bathing with like healing waters and stuff. So they refer. And I think it's a great organization. If anyone wants to volunteer, I'm there as a greeter, and I'm a listener. And I love that I ask every time they're teaching me something. And one thing they said that all we want people to do is listen to us, not judge us. So, thank you, Faith in Action.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I've learned a lot from Alfonso too. Thank you. Any other questions? I'll have my information here at the table.
Just to let you know, we still have one more presenter, and that is going to be Susanna Duncan, and she is from Carol's Kitchen.
Okay, the challenge is going to try to see me above this podium. Height is not one of my strengths, but I do well. I am Susanna Duncan, and I am the president of Carol's Kitchen. We are located at 244 Maple Avenue, Suite W, Beaumont, California. That is our main office and our warehouse operations. We currently operate out of 4 cities, the city of Banning, Beaumont, Cabazon, and Hemet. Those kitchens function twice a week. Banning functions on Tuesday and Thursday at St. Kateri Church, located at 157 West Nicolette Street. I'm not that good. I will not know the addresses of the next ones. Cabazon is a James Venerable Community Center, and that's off of Main Street, maybe Broadway, somewhere out there. For exact addresses, you can go to our website, carolskitchen.org, and our phone number for the main office is 909-284-4104. My direct number, again, Susanna Duncan, is 951-212-0528. So Carol's Kitchen has been in existence for going on 27 years. We started in 1998. Jim and Arlene Reagan, they tragically lost their daughter, Carol, and that's why we're named Carol's Kitchen in honor of her memory. She died due to a drunk driver, car accident. Her last entry in her journal stated, "Ask your heart what is right and do it." So we continue to follow that motto even until now. We have had the opportunity, the privilege, and the blessing to serve over 1 million meals, and that was 2 years ago. We currently serve about between 5,000 to 6,000 meals a month. Now, of course, we can't do it on our own. We are tremendously grateful for volunteers. Our volunteers are the backbone of our organization. You can go to any kitchen. You can help on the floor. When our guests arrive at the kitchen, they are given a hot meal. After they receive that meal, then they are given the opportunity to walk through the floor and obtain groceries. They can obtain gently used clothing. There are times when we have personal care products, household products that are donated through Amazon. So you can either serve the floor, you can operate one of those serving areas, you can serve the guest. Some kitchens, the volunteers actually serve the guests. In Beaumont, the volunteers get in line and receive their own meal. You can work in the kitchen. If you choose to work in the kitchen, we do have a requirement. You need to have a food handler's license, but we can educate you on all that process. Our kitchen's open depending on whether you choose to cook. They can start from 7. We close until we close at 2, but our serving hours are from 11:30 to 1. We serve our guests from 11:30 to 1. But of course, it takes time to cook the meal, and then afterwards we need to make sure that we have the facility nice and clean. So let's see, Beaumont is also at the St. Kateri Church located on 12th Street and Palm Avenue, and they function Monday through Thursday, and Cabazon Monday through Thursday. Hemet is Monday through Thursday, and they're located at the United Methodist Church off of Buena Vista. And we talked about Banning. Banning is Tuesday through Friday at St. Kateri Church off of Nicolette Street. I do have some volunteer cards if you're interested. You don't have to work all those hours. You can put in 2, you can put in 1. We do have opportunities to work in the office if you want to, provide clerical work, work on databases. I know you guys are awesome, as has been said already by practically everyone. You have such wonderful skills, and I know that you have a lot to offer. One of your current residents here, Peter Fernandez, is one of our wonderful board members, and he is a retired principal. And I truly love him and appreciate him. He offers so much help, but he's such a good person, and I see that within each and every one of you. So thank you. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for what you represent. I love the fact that within this community we have so many wonderful organizations. Carol's Kitchen has had the privilege to receive funding from Laura Mae Stewart. We function, we were able to function through grants, and we do get wonderful individual donations that we're truly gratefully appreciate. I think I may have answered everything. But if you, once again, we have information located on our website, which is carolskitchen.org, and our phone number's on there. We have an area for information for volunteers. We also do have a monthly program that's called Hunger Heroes, if you'd like to donate through there. We have a wonderful community. We have wonderful individuals, such as local doctors and stuff like that, that will sponsor a kitchen for a day. Recently, we had Dr. Singh who donated the whole meal for Christmas. So we truly do have wonderful, wonderful individuals. So thank you so much for all of your support.
Any questions? Oh, Sally Jo, you want to take them on that side? I think Peter wants to. Right here, Sally Jo, right there.
No, and I just also would like to thank those individuals in Sun Lakes who have contacted myself for donating gently used clothing, as Susanna mentioned. Basically, what I'll do is anybody calls me, I'll just go and pick it up from their home, and it's been very, very helpful. I volunteer at the Banning site, and it's really about giving back. It really is. I mean, I just feel, when I leave there, I just feel so blessed, the fact that, we're touching lives, which is what it's all about. So, and Susanna's been more than, what's the word? I got to use a good educated word here. Just
We're retired.
a great leader. Thank you.
Thank you.
If you want to donate any clothing, my phone number is 626-379-7372. 626-379-7372. I come from the San Gabriel Valley.
Well, I'm Ron, known as Susanna's husband now. One more thing just to announce. On January 13th, next Tuesday, we're getting in 2,100 gallons of milk. It's not very much. It's a lot. And I've been calling all the churches, everything I can think of to call to be able to get it disseminated. Any of you are welcome to come over to the warehouse and pick it up if you would like milk. We don't have the facility to be able to store it, so we're going to have to move it in one day. And it's coming in by reefer semi, so we'll unload it over there and then actually have people come and pick it up and take it. Churches are coming and picking up a certain amount of it and taking it back to their churches, which is nice. I just want to make sure that everybody is aware of it in the community. If you need, in Sun Lakes, I think you have an email type thing. Susanna can send you a flyer that shows everything, the address, the phone numbers, and everybody to call. But certainly, please do that. I'm also known as Ron the Bee Man, so I speak at a lot of the functions in Sun Lakes. So it's good to be back among you. I retired out of the water industry, thinking that I would have a nice, quiet wife with my wife and be able to go do things, and she decided to go crazy, and so now I stay home and take it easy, and she goes and does her thing. But thank you.
Any other questions for Susanna?
I think we owe these people a good round of applause for all the time and effort in the organization that people do, because they're great.
Well, there's more, being on the Community Awareness Committee, we definitely need to, maybe your next newsletter, get all the contact information out for these organizations, maybe in the next Lifestyle magazine, because great information, sharing it out with the whole community is important, so.
Yeah, so you'd like to take care of that for me. That'd be awesome.
I would just wanted to say one other thing. I trust that people have the sense and understanding of the continuity of the cooperation of the organizations here. We've been blessed recently to receive a lot of bread from Carol's Kitchen, and our guests have loved it. With Faith in Action, we've had staff there. I've had the pleasure of doing 2 workshops at Faith in Action. There is this continuity with people here who are wanting to reach out, and we all kind of have an overall mission, if you would, but also some very specific tools and skills that meet individual needs. And so we're just really grateful for all these organizations.
So maybe if I may, I'm also on the veterans of Sun Lakes, and a lot of the veterans were dropping clothes off at my house, because I would drop it off at these different organizations, I said, that's crazy. So I developed a 2-page flyer with contact information on where to take clothes to. So what we'll do is I'll update that as per my action item given to me by Michelle, with some donation and contact information. So there's a lot of places to drop off clothes, but there's restrictions and timing and what have you. So I'll work on updating that and getting it out to the community, so.
Thank you, Doug.
Well, I'm actually on the Lifestyles Advisory Committee, so I will, and I'm writing this up for the paper, so I will write it up. I want to take a picture of all of you together, and we have a meeting tomorrow, so I'll do it today so I can give it to them tomorrow.
Do you have all the information? All the numbers, contacts? No, you don't, because you don't have this one, and you don't have this one. So here you go. Thank you. See, now you don't have to worry about it.
I'll find something else to do.
Okay, thank you, Linda.
So if I may say something, one last plug. I retired as a teacher from Banning Unified School District. So thank you. I do know that we have wonderful staff, wonderful teachers. They care about their students. But as a teacher, you can't always reach every student. So if you have time that you can just donate, even if it's just an hour a week, you can truly, truly enrich the life of one. And it just takes one. So once again, thank you for what you do and what you represent.
Thank you, Susanna. So again, I would like to thank all of our presenters today. I appreciate you coming out here, and everybody's going to hear this on Channel 97 also. So it's not just the people here, it's on Channel 97. And I would like to also let you know that next month we were supposed to have a health and wellness. Supervisor Gutierrez couldn't make it. He is busy on Tuesdays. Those are his meeting days. And I told him, I'm sorry, I can't change our meeting date. So we're going to have Identity Theft and Scams Forum. Altura Credit Union, their security department is going to come in and give a presentation, and so is the DA's office. So we will still have somebody from Supervisor Gutierrez's office, but it won't be a health and wellness. We're going to try and do that another time. So, and that is going to be on February 3rd. Again, it's the first Tuesday of every month. I thank everybody for coming, and have a wonderful new year, 2026. Thank you.